mist on the river bends, golden light where the nighttime ends. Old wood dark and a folding chair, cool soft wind in the morning air. Coffee steaming beside my hand, fishing line in the silent sand. The world's still sleeping far away, while the sky wakes up the day. No voices drifting through the air, just water breathing everywhere. A quiet cast at dawn today, watching ripples drift away. Sunlight dancing on the tide, nothing heavy on my mind. No plans waiting down the line, just this moment, just this time, where the river slowly flows, and my empty mind just goes. A heron glides across the lake, leaving circles in its wake. The bobber floats without a sound, gentle waves just drifting round. Time feels different out here, slow, like the world forgot to go. Every worry fades away with the rising of the day. The line drifts out into the blue, and peace comes floating back in view. A quiet cast at dawn today, watching ripples drift away. Sunlight dancing on the tide, nothing heavy on my mind. No plans waiting down the line, just this moment, just this time, where the river slowly flows, and my empty mind just goes. Maybe nothing bites today, maybe that's just fine this way. Sometimes silence is the prize underneath these open skies. No rush hiding in the air, just the calm of being there. A quiet cast at dawn again, river running like a friend. Golden light across the blue, everything feels clean and true. If a fish comes, that's okay. If it doesn't, I will stay where the water softly yawns in the stillness of the dawn. Line pulled in, the morning white, sun now climbing with the tide. But the peace I found out here stays with me the whole long year.
Boots by the door, keys on the stand, dust of the day still on my hands. Every hour stretched so thin, holding the storm that pulled me in. Voices, worries, endless calls, standing steady through it all. But the night now opens wide, like a tide pulling me inside. The house grows still, the lights grow low, and the weight begins to let me go. When I finally lie down tonight, the ceiling fades into the night. All the weight I carry through slowly slips away from view. No more answers left to give, just a quiet place to live. For a moment I can breathe and set the heavy world at ease. The clock ticks soft across the room, shadows drift in gentle gloom. Every muscle starts to fall, like autumn leaves beyond the wall. All the roles I had to play fade into the end of day. In this quiet borrowed space, I find a slower, kinder pace. No one asking anything, just the calm that night can bring. When I finally lie down tonight, the ceiling fades into the night. All the weight I carry through slowly slips away from view. No more answers left to give, just a quiet place to live. For a moment I can breathe and set the heavy world at ease. Maybe tomorrow needs my strength, miles of roads and stubborn lengths. But tonight the burden sleeps somewhere far beyond these sheets. And in the dark I come to see, even strong men need to be free. So I finally lie down tonight, let the darkness hold me tight. Every worry drifting slow, like rivers learning where to go. The world outside can wait a while I rest my weary mind. For a moment I believe peace is something I can keep. The day grows quiet in my head as I sink into the bed, and the weight I carried long turns into a softer song. Kitchen light in a sleepy glow, morning moving soft and slow. Window cracked to the cooling air, empty streets and no one there. Coffee steaming in my hands, dark as night in a quiet can. First small sip cuts through the haze, like the start of brand new days. No voices yet, no rushing sound, just peace slowly settling down. Before the world wakes up today, I sit and let the silence stay. Black coffee warming up my soul while the sky turns shades of gold. No clock shouting in my ear, just the calm of being here.
Sometimes life feels most alive before the world begins to drive. Hums like a quiet tune, morning sun arriving soon. Soft gray light along the wall, like the day's first curtain call. Thoughts drift slow without a fight, floating in the early light. No big plans that need to chase, just this quiet little space. The sky outside begins to grow, painting rooftops soft and slow. Before the world wakes up today, I sit and let the silence stay. Black coffee warming up my soul, while the sky turns shades of gold. No clock shouting in my ear, just the calm of being here. Sometimes life feels most alive before the world begins to drive. Soon the noise will fill the air, engines running everywhere. Phones will ring and people talk, rushing down their daily walk. But this moment stays with me, like a quiet memory. Before the world wakes up again, before the roads are full of men, I take one more steady sip from this calm and quiet trip. Daylight stretching far and wide, morning rising like the tide. And the peace I found just now stays with me somehow. Empty cup beside the sink, sunlight bright along the brink. The day begins to slowly move, but my mind stays in that groove. Rain begins its gentle song, soft and steady all night long, tapping on the rooftop slow, like a rhythm I've come to know. Old armchair by the window side, storm rolling through the countryside. Pages turning in my hand, stories only books understand. The wind may wander through the trees, but inside here is quiet peace. Rain on the rooftop tonight, dim old lamp and golden light. World outside just fades away while the silver raindrops play. Every drop a softer sound, like the sky calming the ground. Nothing here I need to chase, just this warm and quiet place. Thunder murmurs far away, clouds drift slowly into gray. Steam curls from a waiting cup as the storm keeps building up. Every page another mile, time slows down for just a while. The rain keeps riding on the roof, a quiet kind of living proof.
lives are rushing fast, but in here the moment lasts. Rain on the rooftop tonight, dim old lamp and golden light. World outside just fades away while the silver raindrops play. Every drop a softer sound, like the sky calming the ground. Nothing here I need to chase, just this warm and quiet place. Maybe storms are meant to show how sweet a quiet shelter grows. When the winds outside may roam, you learn the gentle strength of home. Rain on the rooftop again, whispering through the window pane. Stories resting in my hands while the peaceful evening stands. Every drop a drifting rhyme, falling softly out of time. And the storm can stay all night in this small and steady line. Pages close and rain still falls. Soft shadows on the walls. Safe inside the evening slow, listening to the rooftops flow. Old photograph on a dusty shelf, two young fools just being ourselves. Sunset roads and borrowed time, laughing loud and nothing much. Rusty truck in summer air, windows down without a care. Every mile felt wide and free, back when the world was you and me. Life kept rolling like it does, different towns for both of us. Now there's miles between us, friend, different roads around each bend. But the nights we laugh so loud still drift back like summer clouds. Time may pull the world apart, but it can't outpace the heart. Every memory feels the same, warm as when we lived those days. Sometimes I hear an old song play, and it carries me away, back to that small corner bar, talking dreams beside your car. Stories told 100 times still echo in my mind. Funny how a simple year can last a lifetime in here. We may walk our separate ways, but the past still gently stays. Now there's miles between us, friend, different roads around each bend. But the nights we laugh so loud still drift back like summer clouds. Time may pull the world apart, but it can't outpace the heart. Every memory feels the same, warm as when we lived those days. Maybe someday paths will cross, coffee cups and stories tossed, But if that day never shows, still I'm grateful for those roads. Some friendships never fade, they just rest inside the shade. Yeah, there's miles between us now, different skies above somehow. But the years we ran so free still live right here with me. Life keeps turning like it must, changing maps and moving us. But the laughter never ends when you remember old good friends. So wherever you may be, across the miles or across the sea, hope you smile like I do now, thinking back on those old towns. Morning light through branches high, soft gray clouds in an open sky. Boots step slow on the winding trail, rustling leaves tell a quiet tale. Cool air filling up my chest, out here the world feels at its best. No engines roar, no city sound, just quiet life all around. Every step on the forest floor feels like something I've known before. Where the forest breathes so slow, through the pines where the cool winds blow. Leaves crunch softly under my feet like a calm and steady beat. Every breath feels clean and wide, nothing heavy left inside. Out here time just drifts away on a quiet wooded day. Sunlight slips through lines of green, painting places rarely seen. Birds call out from hidden views, singing songs of morning new. The trail bends where the tall oaks stand, nature drawing lines by hand. Every step a peaceful mile, every mile a quiet smile. The deeper that the trail may go, the lighter that my mind will flow. Where the forest breathes so slow, through the pines where the cool winds blow. Leaves crunch softly under my feet like a calm and steady beat. Every breath feels clean and wide, nothing heavy left inside. Out here time just drifts away on a quiet wooded day. Maybe answers don't appear, but somehow everything feels clear. In the hush of branches tall, you don't need to think at all, just the rhythm of the ground and the peace that can be found. Where the forest breathes so slow, through the valleys deep below. Boots keep moving calm and free through this quiet canopy. Every breath a simple truth, like the calm of early youth. Out here life just finds its way on a quiet wooded day. Trail fades softly through the trees, carried by a gentle breeze. But the calm I found out here walks with me from year to year. Dusty box on the closet shelf. Years I almost forgot myself. Faded colors, worn out seams, little windows to old dreams. There I stand in a younger light, laughing in a summer night. Friends and roads and careless days, captured in those paper frames. Funny how a photograph can slow the years, bringing back old laughter, old tears. These old photos, good roads behind, miles of living on a simple line. Not every turn was smooth or straight, but somehow it all feels great. Every scratch and every scar help me be the man I are. Looking back I clearly see simple roads were good to me. There's a picture of that old first car, rusty doors but it drove so far. Windows down and nowhere planned, just a wheel inside my hand. Another one of a small front porch, evenings lit by a single torch. Nothing fancy, nothing grand, just a quiet life well planned. Time moves fast but it leaves a trace, in every smile on every face. These old photos, good roads behind, miles of living on a simple line. Not every turn was smooth or straight, but somehow it all feels great. Every scratch and every scar help me be the man I are. Looking back I clearly see simple roads were good to me. Maybe I didn't chase the stars, drive the fastest shining cars, but I found peace along the way in the quiet work of every day. And now the past sits in my hands like a map of where I stand. These old photos, good roads behind, stories written through space and time. Some dreams faded, some came true, but the sky stayed just as blue. Every mile made memories, carried softly on the breeze. Looking back I finally know the simple path was gold. So I close the box and smile slow, let the evening window glow. Grateful for the roads I've known and the life that gently grew. The sun slips down behind the street, concrete floor beneath my feet. Old radio humming low and slow, Underneath the garage light glow, a scattered set of wrenches shine like little stars in a crooked line. Dust and wood and motor oil, proof of a long day's honest toil. No crowd around, no need to say, just me and the work at the end of the day. With grease on my hands and a quiet mind, turning bolts one at a time, little pieces falling in place, like the rhythm of a slower pace. No applause when the job is done, just the hum of a finished run. Sometimes the best kind of control is fixing something with your soul. A loose guitar string finds its tune, wooden table standing soon, engines breathing back to life after dancing with a wrench and knife. Each small scratch and stubborn screw tells me what I need to do. Patience built in every turn, some things only hands can learn. The world outside keeps running fast, but time moves slow where shadows cast. With grease on my hands and a quiet mind, turning bolts one at a time, little pieces falling in place, like the rhythm of a slower pace. No applause when the job is done, just the hum of a finished run. Sometimes the best kind of control is fixing something with your soul. Maybe tomorrow the road gets rough, bills and noise and all that stuff, but tonight the answer's clear in every tightened nut right here. The smell of wood and motor smoke feels like words I never spoke. With grease on my hands and the night grown deep, promises that tools can't keep, broken things finding their way back to life at the end of the day. No spotlight shining on the road, just a man and a patient soul. Sometimes peace is simply found in the quiet of working things around. The radio fades, the crickets sing, I wipe the oil off everything. Garage door closing soft and slow, underneath that old lights glow. Oh. Boots kicked off by the old front door, dust of the day on the wooden floor. Chair leans back with a gentle creak, finally time to breathe this week. The sun hangs low like it's taking its time, painting the clouds in shades of wine. Warm gold fading into blue, evening settling into view. No hurry left in the air tonight, just crickets singing under fading light. I'm sitting on the porch at sundown, watching the sky unwind. Orange turns to purple like the daisies and off my mind. The breeze moves slow through the tall pine trees, carrying yesterday away. Sometimes the best kind of healing is at the end of the day. Old screen door softly swings, radio playing familiar things. Neighbors' lights flicker one by one as the day and the night trade the sun. The sky writes stories in fading fire, a calm that no city could ever inspire. Every color drifting slow, like the world learning how to let go. The horizon sighs in a lavender glow, and the stars begin to quietly show. I'm sitting on the porch, it's sundown, watching the sky unwind. Orange turns to purple, like the daisies and off my mind. The breeze moves slow through the tall pine trees, carrying yesterday away. Sometimes the best kind of healing is a quiet at the end of the day. Maybe tomorrow will run just as fast, another long road to pass. But right now the world feels still, like time bends to the evenings where the colors fade but the peace remains, cooling the heat of the day's old flames. I'm sitting on the porch, it's sundown, watching the last light fall. Shadows stretch across the yard, like the night's soft curtain call. The sky turns deep and ends blue, while the first star finds its way. Sometimes the best kind of living is the quiet at the end of the day. And the porch light hums softly as the daylight slips away, with the colors of the evening closing out the day. The engine hums like a low soft song, dashboard glowing all night long. Street lights flicker across my face, another mile, another place. The world feels wide through the open air, cool wind running through my hair. No plans waiting down the line, just this road and a quiet mind. No calls, no noise, just the tides and the breeze, the city drifting slowly behind me. Windows down, midnight, city lights running by, neon rivers in the rear view, fading into the sky. No map, no destination, just the radio low. Every mile feels like freedom on a road I don't know. Billboards glow like distant stars, reflections dancing on passing cars. Every turn feels calm and clear, like the night is pulling me somewhere near. The traffic thins, the world slows down, just empty roads beyond the town. A quiet kind of peace I find when the night and the road align. Street lights blur like a dream in motion, floating through this midnight ocean. Windows down at midnight, city lights running by, neon rivers in the rear view, fading into the sky. No map, no destination, just the radio low. Every mile feels like freedom on a road I don't know. Maybe tomorrow the world comes back, deadlines waiting on my track, but tonight the clock stands still and the road bends to my will. The stars rise silent overhead, miles of thoughts inside my head, but none of them need answers now, just the rhythm of the road somehow. Windows down at midnight, city lights far behind, chasing quiet horizons only the night could find. No rush, no expectations, just the engine and soul. Sometimes getting nowhere is the best way to go. So I drive through the silence where the cool winds flow, with the windows down at midnight.